Alright, this is the 1000 day Minecraft Hardcore World Tour. And I think this is modded. This is the Craftoria mod pack, and then I've added a few others. So it's like over 500 mods, which makes it a little easier, but it can also make it way harder. So we're going to start off here at spawn, and opening up the map kind of gives away some things that I've built. But you can see I spawned on this island and I did nothing. I did nothing here. So what I did do was I came over, traveled around a little bit, and I came over through these trees and I found a village. So, over here is the starter village. I've left most of the buildings up. I'm not sure what my plans are for this place yet. I've kind of made it like the starting Pokemon town theme. So I've got Pokemon Center and Mart here. No interiors, pretty much anywhere yet. I'm really bad at making interiors. Not bad, I'm just lazy, basically. Here's a shiny red Gyarados. And he's just kind of hanging out, yelling at the village that's completely empty. You can see he oops. He does go under the water, and disappears under the water, and then his tail comes out right there. No purpose for him, just thought he looked cool. Most of the things I've built are tutorials or schematics that I found online. Also built a 7-Eleven. This was the last thing I built just the other day. Just because. No real reason. This is where I used to have a bunch of sheep that were already in this little pen, but I moved them all up. This is a chunk that I dug out all the way down to the bottom. And that's really like, it's my main mine. If we come down here real quick. I got all my axolotls in here. I don't have a... Is he blue? I don't even know which one the blue one is. I don't think I've ever seen one. You can see I've mined a bunch of deep slate. And I haven't necessarily needed the ores yet. We'll fly back up. Oh yeah, it's got a really cool lush cave. Oops. Ugh, there we go. It's always a struggle. But I don't have like an actual way to get out just by flying. So then further up, this little medieval building is my iron farm, which you can probably hear. Just a simple basic iron farm, but I built it pretty early, so I have a ton of iron blocks already. This is my house. You can see the villagers down there, and then there's a zombie down there making them scared, which causes them to spawn in the iron golems. There we go. Here's my ultimate beacon, having all 6 effects going. This is just like a little tower I made to sit AFK in if I need to leave, but I'm running things. This contraption is from the Mechanism mod, and I don't really fully understand this mod, but I know that if I put my jetpack in here, it gets recharged. And I can put ores in here, and it will give me more ores than what I put in. These contraptions are all automatic log strippers, so you put an axe in here and you put a stack of logs and it'll strip them for you. So I just have a bunch here. Anytime I need strip logs, just throw them in. This is a tree farm that I haven't got to work yet. I think I did something wrong. Here's IKEA, one of the very first things I built in the world. And then this is my base. It's just a little modern style house. This is my cooking and smelting area, nether portal, my little bedroom, and enchanting area. And then on this side, I've got all my chests, which is somewhat organized, but it's a huge mess. I really gotta upgrade my storage. Oh, here's my calendar. You can see it's the 1001st day. This is a little alleyway that leads to nowhere. Don't know what to put in here yet. You can see I'm terrible with interiors. And then I have this little backyard. I used to have my horse here, but I moved him. Don't really have much farmland in this world. I do have this nice little swimming pool on the roof. A little bit of farmland here. Oh. Over here, this tower is where I plant spruce trees. Just chop them down. And then this is what you saw on the map earlier. This is just a random collection of blocks. If I fly up, really high up, you can see it. It's actually really cool. You gotta get it at like an angle to see it best. Yeah, as you come down, you see it's all just random blocks that I placed. Took me a really long time. And it has everything from cobwebs to gold blocks. It's ridiculous. A ton of wool. But it looks cool on the map. And I kind of want to build more things like this in the future, because I think it's really cool. So, flying up, right now this is, I had this idea to have, like, a main base in the sky that was just different platforms, but I haven't really done too much yet. I started, like, my villager trading hall here, but really only have just librarians and then these two guys. I made these water elevators, and I never use them because I just fly. Well, this is my wool farm. It's a quadruple wool farm, so it's got 64 total sheep. You can see just how much wool it will give me. I actually don't like coming near it because it fills up my inventory so fast. And I don't even have anywhere to put this right now. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to put a whole another chest down. Which I don't even have, dude. Okay. Oh, right. Jeez. Yeah, inventory space is still a huge issue for me. Over here I have this really big cactus farm, probably more cactus than I'll ever need. But I might expand it later on just because, why not? It's only got 4,000 cactus blocks right now, so could definitely use more. Over here is my bamboo and sugarcane farm. Both are fully automatic. You can see I haven't really used either of these yet, but... And then, lastly on the platform is my giant creeper statue. If you look inside, you'll see it's, I think, four? One, two... Yeah, 4 creeper spawners, which are in this mod, including the charged creepers, and they are all gonna fall down the hole. And you can see they fall down the hole, and then they come back up here, and you smack them. I don't really do it for XP, I do it for the gunpowder when I need it, but don't need it right now. These are some cool little statues you get for killing a bunch of the bad guys. Down here on its own is my villager breeder that stopped working, and I don't know why. But I've just been kidnapping villagers from other villages instead. But when it was working, I had this rail car that would transport them over here to this zombie who would eat them, turn them into a zombie villager, and then I would cure them so I could get my discounted trades. So when it worked pretty well. Now, this is pretty much all of my main base here. And as you can see, I've done a lot of exploring as well. I have a lot of plans for this world, but just not enough time. So next we can start flying to the city. If I don't bonk my head. So there's waystones in this where you can spend XP to teleport pretty much, but I'll fly just to show you guys the world a little bit. It's more immersive than just teleporting. But this is over 2,000 blocks away from my base. Maybe I should have just teleported for time, but yeah. I'll teleport when I come back and show you guys the nether. But yeah, this world has a nice variety of different types of biomes. If you see a structure that I don't mention, it's just part of the mod pack. So like this one over here and this gigantic Japanese temple looking place. I didn't build these are just from mods. There's this beautiful snowy mountain range here that I had to build a city on. And we'll go to sleep real quick so we can see it in the daytime. I don't sleep much in the world anymore because I'm not trying to rush the days now that I'm at 1,000. Oh, there's goats. So I'm kind of spoiling the city so far. Not even close to being done. But looking at how cool the mountain range was, I built this really cool dragon statue. It's not supposed to be a statue, obviously, it's supposed to be a real dragon. He looks angry, but he's not attacking. And then obviously I'm on top of the first castle I built. I have built 2 castles in this world. And a lot of the tutorials I won't remember, but I do remember that this castle was made by Smallish Beans, who's like a really big YouTuber. And I kept it pretty much exactly to the same original design. Still no interiors, unfortunately. I started working on it, and I got tired of trying to do it, so it's empty right now, but I'm thinking of making this my main base in the future. This is all hollow. This hill thing was not here before, so this is all hand-placed grass that I had to put down. You can see it's all empty down here. So it looked really weird because the castle was floating in the sky. So yeah. Over here this is going to be like the farm area. And originally I built these 3 windmills, and I didn't really pay attention to how small they were until I like kind of stepped back and built the first one. But I really did like the design, so I kept them. But then I came back and built these 3 ones that are a lot bigger. So obviously I'm going to put a bunch of farmland over here and maybe like a barn or something like that. I do have more farmland planned over on the other side of the city, but not yet. This giant ugly building is one of the few that I did design myself. Don't really know what I was going for. Maybe like just some kind of big warehouse. Again, no interiors for 99% of these. And a lot of these buildings, I don't know exactly what I want them to be yet. They're just cool buildings that I wanted to make and figure out a purpose for them later. But this is supposed to be like the main shopping district. This grass is all, I'm gonna make it all into roadways eventually. Like this might be an inn or something in the future. Who knows? I wanted to put some color in the world as well, so these are like just simple shopping buildings. Nothing fancy about them, but I think they look nice all put together like that. This is a bakery, and this actually does have an interior. But yeah, most things don't. That's okay. I'll get to it eventually. This this was a tutorial that I followed, but I didn't have a lot of the blocks, so I just swapped them up with a bunch of random things. It does kind of look like a mess, but I think it's kind of unique and cool. It looks like it was broken up a little bit and just repaired with whatever people had on hand. And now we're starting to come to the original center of the town. This is a design that I made on my own, and it's supposed to be a bank, but obviously obviously it looks like some kind of castle or small castle, but it's supposed to be like a medieval bank. This is supposed to be like the barracks with some stables. I still have to like terraform and make things not be floating. So some things I know what they're gonna be, and then other things are just cool buildings. You can see the really good view from here with the dragon in the background and the castle that's not loading in very well. Let me real quick, I'll turn this up to... There we go. That looks cool. Anyways, moving on. This is like a gazebo thing that's supposed to be the center of the city, and then this waystone is the thing that allows you to teleport. As long as you have 2 waystones, you can set them up at point A and point B. Fly up here so you can see better. This is a clock tower that I made, no interior. And then this is the main church and graveyard, and the church is supposed to be like the central focus since it's a medieval village. And the church kind of has an interior, just a little bit. Has all my dogs as well. All my dogs in the world live in the church for some reason. I need to like throw some candles in here instead of the torches, but it's pretty simple, but it at least has some kind of interior. It's more of a dog shelter than it is a church, though. This is a tavern slash inn. It's supposed to be like the main one. And then this is supposed to be the town hall. And this is actually made out of snow. Before I had a bunch of concrete and wool. This is just another filler house building that I made. This over here, though, is the library, which I think came out really nice. Especially with the dome roof. And, oh, Enderman was in here. So right now it's kind of small, like it's tall, but was kind of difficult to make an interior, but I tried. I have a lot more bookshelves now, so I could upgrade this, but at the time, this was all the bookshelves I had, and I used all of them. Anyway, going back to the center. Oh, there's a little bit of lag. Oh yeah, so behind the shopping district, technically this is still part of the shopping district, and these are like, they were basically two blacksmiths. I put them right next to each other. They're technically separate buildings, but my lore is that like maybe one's an armor smith and the other makes weapons. The forge looks really cool. And I started the interior, but it's not even lit up. I think I have just random iron, why not? And a random helmet. Put some of my old armor here on display. And then this one is like a gigantic building, actually. It connects... All of this is part of that blacksmith right here. So it kind of also serves as like a... maybe a guild. And then this is like... it's supposed to be like an ore processing station, I think. This, I think, is just a random, another house-style building. I'll probably, most of these buildings, I'll probably call them shops, and the shop owner lives on the top floor. One thing about the castle that's cool is it is built on the backside. It's not, the castle was actually completed. All of this was, this is all hollow, as you can see. It's completely hollow. Ugh. Now I can't get out of here. It's hard to control this. There we go. Whoa! Way too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main part of the city. So you can see on the map all of this, and then as we come down over here, haven't built the road yet, but the path leads down this hill, and then this is going to be more of like the peasant, or if that's the rich district, this is more of like the farmland, farmer area. Oh, there's a spider. Try and leave him alone. So all of these are just little cookie cutter housing that I designed on my own because they're super simple and basic. Here's my barn. And I've got everybody. I got sheeps, I got chickens. I got all the cows. And the pigs. You can see I have spawn eggs. Those spawn eggs are from... My sword has... What is it? Oh, capturing. So the capturing enchantment is a modded enchantment that gives you a chance to get a spawn egg. So I didn't cheat. It's just... It's modded, so there's different things like that. This is the stables, which I have not put any animals in yet. Kind of built this and forgot about it. And then this is just a little storage silo. Just a couple of barrels and stuff. And that's pretty... Oh no, that's not it. I'm gonna go to sleep because there's all these bad guys all around. Anyways. It's on fire. So all of this area, I'm gonna continue to be part of the city. Eventually. I want to use all of this land because it's such a nice area. We got a pillager outpost here, which I'll probably build them like a little fort. And then the main body of water that is supposed to help out the city is this giant lake. And this lake has this natural village here, which I'll redesign, fix up their houses later on, connect it to the main city. But yeah, eventually I want all of this area to be just one gigantic medieval city. Got another pillager outpost over here, which I haven't really messed with. Try and stay away from those guys. And you can see on the map as well just how long this mountain range goes on. It's really cool. The one thing I don't like is I don't really have an ocean per se close to the city. There's this river right here. And then this over here is actually technically an ocean. And I think this is an ocean biome. Yeah, this is an ocean, but you can see it's really just like a giant lake. Maybe I'll eventually like dig out all this sand so that ships could eventually pass through. And you can see the ocean would then lead up kind of to where my base is. And I would like to connect the city to here, rather the city to my base eventually. But this is one of the latest things I built, and this is a castle designed by Blue Nerd, and it's my third time building it in Minecraft. I've built it 3 separate times, just because I love the design so much. It's super simple, it's not fantasy, it's just a purely medieval build. It's not complete, like I haven't put the windows in, and of course there's no interior, but it's probably one of my favorite Minecraft builds ever, so I had to make it again. And it didn't take as long as you probably think it did. And the reason I put it on the water like this is I wanted it to have like a moat, so I don't know if potentially I'll cover up all this water and make it land. And then just have the moat like lead out into the ocean over here. But I'm not sure yet. I might just have it like raised up right here and keep the water and just make like a bridge across or something. I don't know. So now we're gonna go to where should we go? I do have a raid farm. I guess we can go to the nether. I don't really have much in the nether except for farms. I'll try and be quick. Because the nether is... Here on the nether roof, it's super laggy. You can see I do have a gold farm. Careful not to knock him off. And then I have a hoglin farm over here, or like a quadruple one, so I can get a bunch of pork chops real quickly. And that's pretty much it so far. I don't know why it gets so laggy here though. I'm not gonna go down there, but I'll show you on my stats page just how much netherrack I've destroyed. It's like 700 something thousand. I mined and mined to the nether for ages to get ancient debris so I could upgrade my backpack. So I just teleported to my stronghold, and this was actually the very last thing that I built, which is a concrete duper. So you activate the machine and it shoots the concrete into the end. The portal is right here, and it gives you unlimited concrete. You just have to sit there AFK. But I think when I logged out of the world, I broke this, but it's pretty easy to fix. But I have like tens of thousands of concrete now, so I don't need to run it right now or anytime soon. Well, finally, in the end, it's a bit of a mess over here because I was making this storage system for all the concrete. Make sure I don't have anything left over. Oh. So one thing I did in the end was I tried to make it look like the overworld. So I put all this grass down on these parts that it doesn't have grass on is because they're under like this. And I just haven't got around to it yet. Yes. And I also brought some animals into the end as well. I need to like trap them and breed them up. Oh yeah, I made this, which is the, I killed the wither like 20 something times here, and his stupid explosion thingies blew up all these holes in this area, unfortunately. I haven't got around to fixing it, but it is the Eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. And you may have noticed something behind it, and that would be the Death Star, which took like 3 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks. It doesn't have a roof yet because I want the roof to be made out of skulk, and I just haven't bothered to collect it yet, but I just really like how it would look from up above. I also built it too high up so that I can't give it like a proper domed roof because I can't build any higher than this, so it's just gonna have to be skulk. And then I have the Star Destroyer, and the Star Destroyer did not get finished because look how much bigger it is than that giant Death Star. Like, it is ridiculous how much stone this took. So I gave up, but I kind of like that it looks like it was destroyed in like a battle or something. And obviously from far away it looks really cool. Got my Enderman farm over here as well. But yeah, you can see from below, it looks fantastic. So I don't really mind that it's not complete. Just like the majority of things in my world, they were not completed, but they still look cool. And I also made this like little lake river area. I struggled and struggled to get bees here to make a honey farm. It was an absolute nightmare getting these bees here. They died so many times and I had to get new ones. And I think that's pretty much everything I have built. So hopefully I stick around for another 1,000 days and can bring a 2,000 day world tour. But yeah, thanks for watching.